You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to the Code RAD show, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Jason.
Hey, Jim. We are continuing the journey into Utopia, and we're up to the 4th episode of season 1, which I believe is the first episode that didn't have a brutal murder before the title.
Yes, before the title.
Yeah, I mean it was. This episode was definitely pretty low on brutality. I mean, it did have some, and I think they tried for it to be extra shocking. But the episode begins with Alice. Alice is the little girl who had been kind of romantically involved with Grant. I mean, they're about 11 years old, something like that. She had been holding. Yeah, she had been holding the manuscript. And then watched her mom get murdered by Arby, who was hunting for the manuscript.
Yes.
So she is hysterical, screaming as she and Becky and Wilson and Ian all make an escape. And then she falls asleep. And after watching the murder of her mom, she's kind of out of commission for most of the episode, but she does have a memorable scene at the end.
Oh, yes. Very.
The crew goes and hides out in a very cool mansion, very cool place to hide out. Seems like the kind of place, if you were in Japan, would be inhabited by a giant tarantula.
Possibly 2.
Yeah. If you are a Ultra Q fan, you might get that reference.
And you hear that surf rock music, the it's like, oh no.
Yeah. Everything. I forgot to make a note of this. Everyone's being sneaky in this episode. At one point, Becky calls someone. I don't think we know who she called, right?
I don't think. No, it's curious. I don't think we're meant to know. I was thinking,
right?
Was she talking to somebody before, or?
Not that I recall. This was a surprise to me. So she's having secret communications with someone. She has to travel out into a field, get away from.
She didn't want anybody to know that she was talking to this person.
Yeah, very mysterious. So there's that. They find out about Lane Monroe. He is like the CEO of Purgus Industries, which is a company that owns tons of food companies and all kinds of stuff. A perfect way to spread things if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So he's some kind of kingpin, or the Purgus company is like some kind of kingpin at the center of everything. It seems to be involved, but unclear how. And the Wilson or someone decides that maybe Lane Monroe, the CEO, might be Mr. Rabbit.
Possibly, yes. And
he has like a comical attempt to like stalk him. And this is the kind of stuff I like, where he's like kind of stalking the Purgus company. And I think he's going through the trash looking for something. And someone just drops a phone in the trash.
Yes.
Yeah. And he picks up the phone, and it's Milner, the secret agent, telling him, stop being an idiot. You're going to get yourself killed. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. Like the idea that, there's just spies everywhere. There's
there's
a similar scene with Dugdale. I'm kind of all over the place with this, but Dugdale goes back to the scientist, brings a part of a finger.
Yes. He says, yes, I was. At one time, I was a very respected scientist. I had he's like, but then I did my life, and I was doing cocaine and prostitutes. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, no, actually, I like cocaine and prostitutes.
Yeah, that was a funny line.
About it, though.
Yeah, that part was very funny, and that like definitely is in line with conspiracy thinking that they have blackmail on everybody. It's just a matter of who do they decide to use it on. So when
It
this
would feel,
guy
yeah.
apparently discovered that SARS was made up, it was a fake virus. They exposed his love of cocaine and Russian whores or whatever it was, or maybe that's just Dugdale that likes the Russian whores. But but then it's quite comical. I mean, I think viewers of a TV show, like especially like a horror movie, you feel like you're smarter than the characters in the movie. And here, everyone seems to be thinking they can outsmart the network. They can outsmart the evil overlords who are controlling everything. When Dugdale goes back to find, like, what did the scientist discover about that finger? The scientist is taking it to go and blackmail the network.
Yes.
Which is like, that is not going to turn out well. How could the scientist be that stupid? They're just going to murder him. And then Dugdale turns out to not be any smarter either.
Well, then they say, yeah, you think you can negotiate with us, but you can't, and we have so many different ways to hurt you, and pretty vindictive. But I do know I thought they said they weren't going to show his wife video footage of him and Anya, and also ultrasounds of the baby, but they did anyway.
Yeah, they didn't make good on their worst threats. I guess this is his last chance. I mean, this is one of those things I'm not sure YouTube appreciates you talking about on their website. So I don't know if we want to mention the original threat Dugdale's boss made, but they didn't do that. But yeah, they did just send his Dugdale's wife the surveillance footage of him with the hooker.
Yes.
And so if they haven't already ruined his life, they've showed him they definitely can, and probably easily end his life and his wife and his unborn child's.
Yes.
And so maybe he's finally got it now. We have 2 episodes left in the season, so maybe he will figure out that if he wants to fight the network, he's got to be sneakier. You can't confront them.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe it's just how much can is it Dugdale mess up his life even more this week?
Yeah.
I think the dumpster fire is just going to get higher and higher, I think, for him.
Yeah,
That's my prediction.
Could be. Let's see. So now the one guy who it does seem like, well, we have 2 people who we think might be able to take on the network. Jessica Hyde and Arby.
Yes.
And Arby is now his character arc is really going on now. He's it does kind of his overlords at Korvat, Stephen Ray and the other guy. It showed maybe poor judgment in sending Arby after the manuscript, the comic book manuscript of Utopia, because after Arby got it, he learned some secrets about his own past, which helped to turn him against his bosses.
Arby are just initials for Raisin Boy.
He's a Raisin Boy. He was it sounded like he might have been a Russian kid, because they told him his real name. And he was apparently just sort of a guinea pig, maybe like a sort of a MK Ultra experiment, conditioned to become a hitman, bred to be, a soulless killing machine.
It's like a male Black Widow.
Yeah. And so, Arby has turned against the bosses at at Korvat, the pharmaceutical company. And also we should mention when Dugdale examines the finger from that island where supposedly the Russian flu virus was killing lots of people, turned out it wasn't a virus at all, but some kind of toxin, according to the scientist.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, no, it's a very well written, very well acted series, and I think the ending was great. Kind of curious to see where it goes. It's a very good show, but again, definitely not a fun show. Um, Maybe it needs a laugh track. What do you think of putting like an '80s like kind of laugh tracking with it? It's like no, I like cocaine and
Yeah.
I'm not sure which words I can't use on. I'm still
Yeah.
learning, folks, which words I can't learn on YouTube. But just have
Yeah,
like
we'll
a
see.
insert like a 80s laugh track sound here, or maybe add some cartoon noises.
So so it seems like maybe RB wants to team up with Jessica Hyde.
Yes.
And so our crew, Wilson and Ian and Becky, come up with a pretty harebrained theory that this Lane Monroe, the head of Purgus Industries, is actually Mr. Rabbit, the crime lord who's apparently at the center of everything. We think that maybe the reason why the manuscript of Utopia is so secret is because it gives away the identity of Mr. Rabbit. And so they go to the apartment of Lane Monroe, and I figure when they go there, it's either one of two things. He's obviously not the big crime kingpin overlord who's manipulating everyone, the puppet master who's controlling everything. Either that or he's pretending to be a doofus.
Playing the
And
fool.
yeah, just pretending, doing a Kaiser Soze kind of thing, just pretending to be a total doofus. But then Alice is under the impression that this guy killed her mom, and our genius characters decide that give her a shotgun, let her be in charge of the hostage, and
But I think
and so
they gave. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, so so that's the end of Lane Monroe. He gets his guts blown out, unless they do check his. They pull his shirt up, see there's no rabbit carved into his chest, and then he gets murdered. And our team leaves with, I believe at the end it's Stephen Ray, right? One of the two, the dark-haired guy from the pharmaceutical company, Corvat.
I believe so. Yes.
He's coming for some reason to see Elaine Monroe, and they take him as a hostage. That's the end of the episode, at least for them. And then Arby and Jessica Hyde seem to make some sort of alliance about the Utopia manuscript.
As I remember, I do believe they gave the shotgun to Grant, I believe, and he's like, "Effing yeah!" He's happy. He likes it. It gives him.
Oh, right.
And then she's like, I forget if he hands it to her or she says, like, "Give me that." And I think he says, like, "Hold this for a minute."
Right.
And
yeah.
then the way she's looking, it's like, I think she starts twitching, and then they don't show it, but you can tell what happens. We hear the blast.
Yeah.
And he killed my mom. It's just
yeah.
So that's pretty intense stuff, having a kid. But at least they didn't show it.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen if she meets Arby again? Now Arby seems like he's switching sides, and he really did kill her mom.
Does she know that he's one that did it?
Yeah. I think she was right there. I mean, didn't she see it happen?
I don't know if she did or not.
I don't think she wasn't in the bathroom with Grant and Jessica.
Yeah, so she didn't see his face. The other thing I was thinking about is that Jessica Hyde. Do we know for sure that's really her name? Do we know for sure that's her real name, or just we're not sure? Okay, yeah,
I think it is. I don't think there's any secret behind her name, but I mean, I could be mistaken.
It just sounds like an alias, like a secret identity for a character.
Well,
I wonder if
that's But
kind of simple.
but people are changing their names, hiding out, trying to hide their identities, and I mean, first when they go into the apartment, it's Wilson that has a shotgun, but then he sees a newspaper and finally realizes his dad was killed by the hitmen, and
right.
And that's a scene that I could have done without. He gets all emotional and upset. It's like, it happened like 4 episodes ago. But I mean, I guess it's kind of the point that like these people are all deceiving each other, even though they're supposed to be the good guys. They've been lying to this guy the whole time about his father. They've just been kind of telling him, oh yeah, your dad's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Just hopefully Mr. Rabbit won't be a guy in a rabbit costume or a guy an actual rabbit in a cage. It's like, what do you want us to do? And it's just like okay.
So I think that's all I got for episode 4 of Utopia. Did you have any other thoughts?
No, it's still nothing really. It's still I'm enjoying the show a little more than I was. Maybe spring has put me in a better mood, but yeah, again, if you have Prime, I definitely recommend it. It's a very good show. Again, it's not a barrel full of laughs. It's not a fun show. We've done a lot of fun shows in this show in the past, but it's not quite like that. Definitely, dark and gritty. Definitely very violent, but it is kind of nice to see a show from England where the fights actually do look real.
Good point.
Overly choreographed. Because I did know the BBC was very strict with physical violence. Probably still is, but maybe our UK friends can let us know in the comments if it still is or not. But yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, you won't. You'll be. Yeah, it's a very edgy show. You kind of will feel a little bit on edge sometimes. A little bit. It'll definitely kind of jangle your nerves a little bit, but in a good way.
And ended after just 2 seasons and 12 episodes. Well, we're on season 1, episode 4, and we'll be back next week with episode 5, getting near the end of the first story arc. So,
indeed,
thank you, Jim.
No problem, Jason. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll be back. Bye
Indeed,
for now.
Bye, everybody.